Hi, I'm Dr. Mark Pitstick at soulproof.com. We're talking about spirituality evidence as opposed to religious evidence. I agree with Thomas Jefferson, who said that wisdom in the Bible or any scripture of organized religion exists like diamonds in a dung heap. In other words, you've got to pick them out. You've got to sort through the BS and look for those common threads of truth. And that's, to me, what spirituality offers. I remember when I was young thinking there was one true religion and everything else was pagan, or pagan, ignorant savages, and how judgmental, how ignorant. When in fact there is so much wisdom. I've learned a lot, for example, from Native American spirituality. One of their words for God, Great Spirit, has gained wide use. And I love the term for dying that they use, which is changing worlds, a much more apt description of what happens when we leave this body. They considered every day to be a walk in the woods with Great Spirit, and they had no word for fear. Just they trusted totally. No matter what would happen that day, they trusted because they know they were walking with Great Spirit, so what could befall them? So lots of wise teachings in Native American and other native spirituality sources. For example, Black Elk, a great Native American teacher, would often, shortly before his death, be down on the ground crawling around with children and playing with them. And someone asked him, why such a great wise man, Black Elk, would we be doing that? And he said, these little ones have just come from the great mysterious, and I'm about to go there, so I enjoy being with them. Lots and lots of wisdom and certainly no fear. Shamanism is a part of native spirituality, and one of my best sources for this is Michael Harner, PhD, wrote the book The Way of the Shaman. He says, quote, shamans, whom we in the civilized world have called medicine men and witch doctors, are the keepers of a remarkable body of ancient techniques. A shaman is a man or a woman who enters an altered state of consciousness at will to contact and utilize an ordinarily hidden reality in order to acquire knowledge, power, and to help other persons. Michael Harner, PhD. One of my clients in a workshop named Don told me that when he was 11 months old, his father passed on, and he only had a few possessions of his father's, and one was a tennis racket. And he'd been thinking about that tennis racket and where to store it since he didn't use it. Well, he went to a shamanic session held, by the way, by a Catholic nun who was a psychotherapist, kind of interesting. Into the session, she said, there's someone here to assist us, and she described this person as offering out a tennis ball as a sign of who that person was. So Don was really amazed by that. No way this woman could know. Don's wife was there to validate that, and he felt that indeed his father's spirit was there through shamanism and a great spiritual teaching for him. Well, in the next video, we'll talk about philosophers. Philosophers throughout time also teaching wise spiritual input. So for now, be sure to visit the website, soulproof.com, sign up for the email newsletter. All this information and much more included in my book, Soul Proof. Thank you for sharing this with others and letting your light shine brightly.